Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Kjwippy, and you may recognize me as the guy that built a bunch of those FNAF locations in Minecraft. No, I'm not making a new one. Today's video is a bit different. I've had many people say, oh, well, you've made all these locations, but can you survive the night? And I made a video a little bit back that kind of went over, at the very least for this location that I'm standing in, how it would exactly work, but not really going in depth for it. So I figured, let's go ahead with this video. Let's go ahead and go to all of my locations and try to survive. Now, I wanted to spice it up a little bit to where I couldn't just sit here the whole time and shut the doors. There are other qualifying things that I have to do in order for the night to be considered over. The whole point of this challenge is to see if I'm able to complete the tasks and not get caught and survive until the end of the night. If I am either caught or don't do any of the tasks that I assign myself, I lose and therefore do not complete the night. And so to do that, I gave myself these trash cans around the building that I have to empty and take out the trash to the dumpster outside. This would make it to where I have to go around the pizzeria and make sure that I don't get caught trying to do these tasks. And that way it makes it a bit more exciting and I'm not just sitting here doing nothing the whole time. And as I did this, the night went by pretty quickly. Now, Minecraft nights start at 7 p.m. and that's when the animatronics began moving around as well. So that was kind of the night's quote-unquote 12. So it was a much longer night than the typical Five Nights at Freddy's shift. However, it still was plenty of time to be able to get the task done and get back to the office and stay there safely. Now, I did have to wait around a little bit for some of the animatronics to move, and there were some decently close calls, but nothing really too bad, and I'm pretty sure Foxy got stuck inside his cove anyway. He couldn't even get out. But it's safe to say that at the very least, this first location is achievable. Next, I moved on to the Fredbear's Family Diner build that I did, and I quickly discovered that there was kind of a problem. Well, this is weird. What? They just started fighting each other. Killed Chica. They killed Springbok. What? Huh? Why? What is your problem, dude? So it turns out, with the AI of this version of these mobs, they apparently go into an all-out brawl and only one man is left standing. So I guess by qualification this night is survivable because they'll be too busy fighting each other that they wouldn't need to fight me. What the heck? So unfortunately with FNAF 2, it looks like it's not quite possible just because there were so many withered animatronics that came out all at once that caused it to where I couldn't even pass by. I was stuck in this closet, and even then, Withered Bonnie came by and still killed me anyway. Jeez, okay. So unfortunately, FNAF 2 is not survivable. It's because FNAF 3 is very much a sit there and wait type of game. So too is this office. Now, I've left the vents open, but I don't think he can crawl. I don't have any active cameras in the building, so literally this is just me sitting here and waiting while he tries to make his way over. And I did give myself a little clock here, so that way I can actually keep track of when the night is quote-unquote over, because I also don't think Springtrap actually sits back down in his spot when it becomes daytime again, so we'll find out. I hear him stepping. He's out there somewhere. He's out there somewhere. Well, according to in-game time, it is technically day. So I think I survived, but it's safe to say that that man does not even know that I'm over here, I don't think. Let's go find him and say hello. Ah. That's not ominous at all. Safe to say FNAF 3 was a success. When it comes to FNAF 4, we encounter a bit of a difficulty, and let me show you what I mean. With FNAF 4, we have the little Freddle guys who pop up, and you can use the flashlight to make them disappear. Works pretty well with this. However, Foxy will appear, and he does turn back into a thing, but every now and then he'll get stuck inside the wall. They also go invisible for some reason too. You'll see that his eyes will appear. there he is. And then he just goes invisible. You can still see his eyes, but other than that, you can't see him. And then, yeah, and then he just appears. It doesn't matter if you got the flashlight on or not. He just eventually just doesn't care anymore. So, I'm not quite sure if this is doable. We're just out now. I'm gonna mark this off as a preemptive probably not. But just for kicks, let's see the jump scare. Nice. Sister Location's a bit more complicated because it's a story-driven game rather than it just being every night being the same. So it's going to be a bit more difficult to just do survive the night. So I think what I'm going to do is instead go off of the secret ending and or the custom night area. This isn't the way to go to get to that. But yeah, being in here. But interestingly enough, their hitbox is too high to go through the doors. And they're also incredibly stupid. So I could just stand here for the entirety of a night and be perfectly fine. So that's a check mark. Well, what the heck happened here? Somebody stole the jungle what are you doing all the way out there? Now, because the ultimate FNAF experience location that I built was not actually intended for survival purposes, I didn't really optimize this one to have much access for the animatronics to even get to you in the office. So one could say, yeah, this is pretty much survivable. Since it was also a spoof off of Security Breach, it means that it really needs there to be some kind of story aspect to it that we just don't have. Wow, the zoom in this one is so much closer. Hi, there we go. That's better. Hey. This map requires more of a story-driven survival aspect as well, so I feel like this one wouldn't be as difficult to survive in. I mean, especially if you just go to Foxy's Cove, I'm pretty sure there's no possible way for anybody to get you if you are just on the ride and it goes down into the water here. Foxy's in there, but it's blocked off. I don't like that he turned and looked at me. I did forget how nice this looks, though. So, under technicality, yeah, this one's probably pretty survivable. If I were to switch these guys out with the regular animatronics, they still, I believe, have... No, they do have a 2. They do have a 2 tall hitbox, so they could squeeze through the door. Okay. But the odds of them making their way all the way over here with Minecraft's AI is just not likely at all. So, we're gonna call this one a probably. Next, we have my horribly incorrect layout of the FNAF movie location, which, well, it seems like they're already moving. Dang, I didn't realize it was nighttime already. Whoops. 2 Bonnies? Withered Bonnie? What? Why did I put the Withereds in here? Oh, right, they were in here. The movie location is pretty similar in regards to it being very story-based and story-driven, so I don't think, once again, I think there will be pretty much no chance that they managed to actually walk through here and come into the office and get me. Now, obviously, if I had other tasks around the building, maybe I was supposed to go and turn off something in the kitchen, but they can't really come into the kitchen very easily. Maybe I'm supposed to go out to Prize Corner. Well, I don't think they know to jump over these slabs because they're dumb. Minecraft AI is really inconvenient, and it makes these kinds of challenges very stupid. And because I don't feel like sitting around and waiting all night for someone to come and kill me like I did with the FNAF 3 location, I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a success. I was gonna try the Bedrock one, but I think the pack broke. This isn't quite right. Well, at least the doors still work. Oh, I'm Ginger Steve. Man, I'm not even regular Steve. I'm Ginger Steve. What happened to Bedrock? My god. I guess I'll give this one a maybe. And I guess that means no map download, so sorry Bedrock users, but whoops. And so we are now approaching the final 2 locations that I've done, so if you've made it to this point in the video, and you haven't subscribed, do that, because I want you to. I want you to be here for the rest of your life. But not for real, if you haven't done that already, please consider doing so, because it'd be cool. Thank you. But here we are in my remake of my first location. This was for the 1-year anniversary of that happening, which it's still wild that it's already been over a year since I started doing this. Oh my god, someone help me. But honestly, I think this location would be just as doable, if not more doable, than the original design, because it is the same layout, but there are some more obstacles in the way. Like, there's these booths that come across here, so it's just that extra cutoff. Obviously, I don't have those little closets put in like I did with the other one, but I could put them in and it would probably be the same. But ultimately, yeah, it's not that far off from the original design. So this is a very doable thing. You're busted or something. What the heck? So because it's the same design, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit it with a check mark preemptively, because I'm not gonna test that. I already know. I know everything. And now we have Into the Pit. Now this one will be a bit more straightforward, just because it's kind of a story-based game as well, and so you're going in every night. You've got your things that you have to go run and do, and you gotta hope that you're not caught while you're doing them, right? So I think the best way I'll go about this is I will have similar to one of the nights in the game where you show up, you're looking for your dad, but then you hear a kid crying. So you go to help the kid. The kid's stuck and it needs help getting out of whatever it may be in. So then you have to go find a tool to do that, and then go back and do it again. There's all these convoluted things that you have to do. So I'll probably come up with something like that, and then see if I can play that as well as possible. And it's good to know that this guy can travel through doors. Look at him go. Dang, he even hobbles around just like the actual in-game. That's really cool. Alright, so I think I've pretty well simulated one of the nights where there is a child trapped inside the freezer. Now the freezer door is locked, so I need to find myself a key. And what better place to have a key than inside the maintenance toolbox inside here. Now, obviously there are the vents that can work, or there are the doorways that are open. Either one of those will work for me getting around. It's just a matter of not getting caught by the animatronics or by the yellow man himself. So I'm gonna put yellow man in his place, probably over here somewhere, so that way it spreads out the threats a little bit, and it's not just, well, this is weird, it's not just one spot. That's just odd. I'm also gonna spread these guys out a bit as well, so that way it gives me an opportunity to get out of the ball pit room without immediately dying, because they are just all right there. Chances are they will absolutely wander into that room. Time, set, night. Here we go. They're all over there. Okay. I'm gonna take the vent. Get an idea where everyone's at. There's Chica. Ooh. That's honestly kind of creepy. Okay, this is the back room. Of course, they're all going into places that I don't want them to. Why are you looking at me like that? I saw that and it scared the crap out of me, my god. I'm gonna shut these. Of course, it's not a solid block, so it won't count it. Oh. Scoot that over. Okay. Release the child. And now we escape. All I have to do is make it to the ball pit. I win! Yay! So that was a very short idea of what surviving the night in this could be like, but I think probably the best way to recreate that. So I'm pretty happy with how that went, and honestly, this one is a success. If you're able to play your cards right and run around like an idiot enough, you'll eventually get it. That's how I get through life normally. And so, my friends, that is me attempting to survive, or seeing if it's survivable at all, in all of my FNAF locations that I've built. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like. If you really enjoyed, consider subscribing. If you haven't already, like I said earlier, do it. I want you to do it. Please do it. I'm begging you. But I digress. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. So until then, stay safe. I love you all, and goodbye!